Hey campers, I'm Tyler and today I've got an art project for you. I'm not exactly sure what the name is. I like to call it string art, sometimes nail string art, but that's basically just me putting all the supplies in the name and calling it art. Here's an example though. This is the Wichita flag because I now live in Wichita, Kansas. I've got a board that you can just get at any arts and crafts shop for wood burning or anything you want to use with it. 1-inch wire nails, which you can get pretty cheap at hardware stores, and then embroidery string, which is about 50 cents a strand if you want to get it not that hard. This one though, speaking of difficulty, see all the tight circles and patterns in here? That's kind of tough, so I'm not going to do that this time. But if you want to do a more intricate pattern, I used a paper clip to kind of get a sewing needle going, so that way it's easier to pass it through, so I don't have to put my fat fingers in all the tight little spots here. But today we've got a new project, so I'm going to go through all the supplies you're going to need step by step. Most importantly, you're going to want adult supervision because we do have hammers and nails involved. So without further ado, here's the board that I'm using for today's project, a little bit bigger. Underneath the board I have a towel, and that way when I'm hammering onto the board I don't scratch up the dinner table or accidentally nail the board directly to the dinner table. That's an awkward conversation with mom. Next, I have the nails. I always like to get more than I need because I don't plan these out too far in ahead. I just kind of see where the project takes me. Again, 1-inch wire nails. And I am using a grayish color embroidery string. I got these in a big pack, but if you got these separately, it costs you all $1 at a arts and crafts store. Here's the fun part. I got a little hammer. It's a little small, but it's not meant for big projects. It's just for hanging pictures on walls. And lastly, and maybe most importantly, I like to use clear nail polish when I'm finishing up a project, tying the strings on, so that way they don't come unraveled over time. This basically acts like glue and doesn't discolor anything too much. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so I just got the first couple of steps knocked out. You'll see I have a piece of paper just on the board and it's nailed down. I'm trying to learn Japanese, so I figured I'd go with the Japanese letter. Figured this might help me in my third attempt. So the first thing I did, I nailed down all the sharp edges and apexes on here. I'm going to take a look there and just to show you all the nails that I've used so far. So I like to just draw imaginary straight lines between all the nails to make sure I got the full shape. But this is only step one, because remember, you're going to be using the string to color this all in. So you want to have more points that you can wrap the string around to get it really filled in with color. So next, I'm going to show you that, and then how to carefully remove the paper so that it's not just string over a piece of paper on the board. So I'll see ya once I finish nailing everything in. Alright, so here we are. I've finished nailing it all in. There's no right amount that you want to have in. I never plan it out. Just make sure that it looks like you have enough that you can keep crisscrossing it to capture the true shape as you go down, getting all the curves. But you're also able to fill it in with the color that you want. This one's pretty simple. I'm just going to be using one color. But for the Wichita flag one, and I had more detail here in the middle, but I started from the outside. So that made it harder to pull all the string around because I had all this other string on the outside kind of getting in the way. So if you have more detail in the middle, start in the middle and work your way out. That's my tip for you. So here and now it's time to remove the paper. You gotta be really careful so that you don't disturb any of the other nails. So typically I have to try to lift it as much as I can, and just in short motions so that I'm not disturbing any of the nails, because I didn't drive them too deep. So you just want to kind of pick your way around it and slowly start tearing at it. And then once you're done tearing it all off, the big piece, you're going to tiny other scraps. So just get those out of the way and then you're ready to fill it in. Alright, so it looks a lot different now. So I just got a point started at the end of it, And you just want to wrap it around a few times, maybe pretend to tie a knot, but not actually a knot. That just makes it a little bit easier, so you don't have to make such small movements with your finger. So now I got it started. You just want to wrap it around. And you don't have to do another knot, just wrap it around. And then just keep on doing that. I like to start on the edges and then fill it in as I go. Or sorry, fill it in once I've finished all the edges. And then, here's the nail polish. I was going to try to open it, but it's kind of hard to do one-handed. On an end piece like this, you just want to dab some nail polish on it. Not too much, just enough to soak it, and then make sure it dries. For this part, do it in a well-ventilated area. Because I don't know if you ever worked nail polish before, kind of stinks. So I'll see you at the end of the project when everything's colored in. Alright, and there you have it. The letter A in Japanese. There's no wrong way to go about filling in your shape. Crisscross as many times as you want. It helps if you get a bunch of different angles, going from one nail to as many as you can, because that helps fill in the color. But there's really no wrong way to do it. Tie it off in as many different places as you want, and just have fun with it. Try to stay inside the line, so to speak, so that you're not going from here to here. But you can if you want to. There's really no wrong way to do it. Hopefully this has been a good lesson for you, and you'll have fun doing this yourself. So thank you very much for watching, and thanks to Camp for letting me film this for you. Till next time.